and welcome to this week's vlog. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Last weekend we had the real joy of being all together as our immediate family. We have 3 children, all grown up, 2 daughters and a son. Our son Chris lives in Leicester. He's married to Megan and they have 3 boys. One of our daughters, our elder daughter, Kaz, lives in South Wales. And her other daughter, Steph, is married to Matt, and they have 2 girls and a boy. And so we've got 6 grandchildren altogether. And the whole family, because it was half-term week here in the UK, the whole family had the opportunity just to be together for that long weekend. And the 6 grandchildren just love whenever they can meet up and spend time together. And we don't often get together as a whole family, 13 of us. But this was one opportunity, and indeed in the summer, we're all going on holiday together, which is something we're really looking forward to. But what set me off thinking was the fact that the grandchildren love to be together. In fact, in their age groups, they kind of pair off, and they get on really well. But occasionally, there is a falling out, and it's not generally between cousins, but between brother and brother or brother and sister. And they get really worked up and angry with one another. I keep saying to them, or trying to tell them about the example of our own children, our own 3 children. I remember when they were similar age, growing up in our household, there were times when they really fell out, started arguing, and it really used to get me very frustrated. And I've got to confess, there was a time when they were really going at it hammer and tongue, that I thought to myself, it'll be great one day when they'll get older and they'll leave home and we'll have a bit of peace. But of course, once they do leave home, you really miss them. And the interesting thing is that though our children seem to me, from my memory, used to fall out a lot when they were younger. Now they get on really, really well. They love each other. They love spending time together, which is great to see. So I keep telling our grandchildren that story, saying, well, why don't wait to adulthood to get on with your brother or your sister. Get on with them now. Don't keep falling out. Although, truth be told, they don't always seem to remember that lesson from Grandad. But anyway, we had a really great weekend together. It's super. So I was just thinking along the whole thing about relationships, and I came across, or I was reminded of this passage in the first letter of John, chapter 4, where John talks about our relationships with one another as followers of Jesus. He says this. This is 1 John chapter 4, verse 19. We love because God first loved us. Whoever claims to love God yet hates his brother or sister is a liar. And that's really challenging, isn't it? That John is saying that your love for God should be seen in the love that you show to your brother or your sister. Whoever does not love their brother and sister whom they have seen cannot love God whom they've not seen. Again, that's very challenging. And then he says this, and he has given us a new command. He's given us this command. Anyone who loves God must also love their brother and sister. Not always easy, because sometimes our brother or our sister, whether we're talking about our blood brother, sister, or our brothers and sisters within the family of the church, sometimes they wind us up. They do things which we don't appreciate, and it would be easy to get angry, to even say a hurtful word or an unkind word, but we must try and resist that, try and show love. And if John is saying, really, look, if you don't love your brother or sister, how can you say you love God? Because that brother and sister is a child of God, and therefore we should love all God's children. In fact, Jesus himself said, didn't he, to his disciples, a new command I give you, love one another as I have loved you. Love one another. And talking of one another's, if you read through the New Testament, there are lots of times where that phrase "one another" is mentioned, as the writers write about our relationships within the life of the family of God, the family of Jesus. So, for example, you have love one another, you have forgive one another, you have encourage one another, you have bear with one another. So, time and again, it's about how we build each other up, how we relate to each other as the children of God. And I find that really challenging. I don't always live up to it, but I seek to do. I seek to show kindness and love to other people, as Jesus himself did and calls us to do. So that's just my thought for the day. May God bless you in whatever family he's placed you, even if it's a tough family. May God bless you there as you seek to show love to your brothers and sisters. God bless you.